I just love playing basketball.
I think we need to turn up a little bit, though. LaMelo Ball! Got it! Can we turn up a little bit? LaMelo Ball! You know what? Look out! He's a savant! LaMelo knows where the ball's going before the ball is even passed. Don't do it like that, young fella.
Welcome to the diamond season.
LaMelo has been balling out this season, and tonight he is taking his talents to South Beach to take on the Heat at 7:30 p.m. right here on ESPN. We now welcome in 2021 Rookie of the Year, Charlotte guard LaMelo Ball. LaMelo, thanks so much for joining us on NBA Today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited. You've described yourself, LaMelo, as one of one. Something rare. And your passes this year, they have been rare. Do you have a favorite pass this year that you've dished out?
Favorite pass this year? To be honest, not really. Not yet. I don't have one, but hopefully we can make one.
Whatever pass the other guy makes, right? That's got to be your favorite? The ones that go in?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. It's all about winning. Well, one thing that certainly separates you is that I'm not sure that any other players get to call Michael Jordan Uncle. When did you get the green light for that? What does he call you? That feels like a nickname you should be using at a barbecue at his house every weekend.
Nah, right when I met him, for real, it was just that feeling, that love. So, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's whatever, what he called me.
Did you ask him, or was it just like, I feel comfortable, we're going in?
No, I mean, I just felt comfortable. That's what it felt like. So that's what I called it.
Does he call you nephew?
No, he called me Mello.
Mello. All right. Well, it's still early, but there are 4 teams that were up there for the top spot in the East: the Knicks, the Wizards, the teams featuring the Ball brothers, you and Chicago. So what's that sibling rivalry like with you and Lonzo? Any trash talk there?
Nah, like I told him, we just trying to do what's best for us and our team. So he had a good position right now, 4-1, and we had a good position, 4-1. We're going to keep trying to win, and that's most likely what he's going to keep trying to do, too.
Maybe you can put a friendly wager in for the end, just not for right now.
Right.
Absolutely. All right, so let's head to Barclays Center, where you had this viral moment with Jay-Z, where he appears to ask you if you want to stay in Charlotte forever, and you nodded. But what really went down there?
Yeah, nah. I was just saying, we got a game after this, so we going home. And he was saying, where it's at? And we was like, it's in Charlotte. That's how it went.
Okay, so the internet heads, the lip readers can calm down?
Yeah, you know how that be.
Yeah, you know. Sometimes you can't get too high, you can't get too low off the internet, LaMelo. Isn't that right?
All right.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, we've got to talk about your lime green suit that just took the internet by storm. How do you top that?
How do I top that? I mean, I got a couple other ones just like that for real, but just brighter color. So, I mean, I guess I could wear that too, but it's really just how I'm feeling. That's pretty much what I throw on.
You got the pink, you got the orange, you got the blue to match it.
Yeah.
But do you have a matching car? Do you have a matching car for every outfit?
Nah, not for every outfit, but I mean, I do got a couple.
A couple? What are we talking about here?
I mean, I got a couple suits to match the cars, and I got a couple cars to match the suits.
Just some light drip, some light swag there.
Just love.
Absolutely. So what should fans be looking forward to most about your season this year, LaMelo?
Hopefully just a lot more wins. You know, we're going to keep on trying to push this, keep on getting these wins.
Absolutely. Well, so far, so good. Thank you so much for joining us on NBA Today, LaMelo. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You can catch LaMelo and the Hornets in action tonight against the Miami Heat on ESPN. And hey, Chanae, speaking of that game, I hear you have a little cheat sheet going on?
Yes, ma'am, Malika. I got you covered with another cheat sheet to get you ready for the game tonight, starring one LaMelo Ball, who just joined us. Let's go. Let's break it down. So, why has LaMelo Ball been able to grow as a player so quickly? Well, it's his growth, literally. Here's an example. Tonight's matchup, LaMelo versus Kyle Lowry. I mean, look at the size difference. You see, when his brother Lonzo entered the league in 2017, LaMelo was 6'3". Now in 2021, LaMelo is 6'7". As a point guard, he uses that to his advantage. Give me my numbers, producer Caesar. All right, LaMelo is leading the league in potential assists in transition thanks to his height and court vision, which means he is most lethal with the ball in his hands on the break while creating for others. All right, give me the tape, quite cool. And also give me Big Perk. Let's break it down. Look at this court vision, and it's with 0 dribbles. Gets the rebound with the size, and that's a dime like we saw Aaron Rodgers last.
Absolutely. But look at the guys getting out and running with him because they know that they're going to get the ball.
Even when they don't expect it. Look at the anticipation here. It seemed like that would have been a problem for most players, but he read it. And then also, this is his bag. When he has a mismatch in his head at 6'7" as a point guard, 6'3" defender, doesn't matter if it's Marcus Smart. He feels confident enough using his size, shooting 46% from three to be able to get his shot off. So I always say, look out for the youngest siblings because they can be a problem.
I agree. But when you say Marcus Smart, you got to say Marcus.
Oh, Marcus.
That's the way they do it in Boston.
Thanks for that tip.
Just a little tip.
Thanks for that tip.
To balance out, they said, the competitiveness on offense and defense. The new rules are having an impact across the league this season. Teams are averaging just 20 free throw attempts per game thus far, which would be the fewest in any season in NBA history. But it's time for Teen Goals, brought to you by NerdWallet Atlanta. Beat the 76ers in last season's Eastern Conference Finals. It was Game 7 of the series that started the Ben Simmons saga in Philadelphia. Simmons remains out of the Sixers lineup as he is mentally unable to play. And Simmons was at Philadelphia's shoot-around yesterday ahead of their win versus the Pistons. The Sixers, though, are 3-2 without him. So for more on Ben Simmons, we're joined now by ESPN NBA reporter Tim Bontemps. Tim, Simmons was at shoot-around yesterday. Are we any closer to seeing him return to action on the court?
No, Malik, I don't think we are. He obviously was at shoot-around, like you said, yesterday, and he was at the facility the past few days before that, as Philadelphia was in Oklahoma City and then in New York for games against the Thunder and the Knicks earlier this week. But as of now, Ben Simmons is still out indefinitely for personal reasons, and it seems like that's going to be the case going forward. Now, as you said, the Sixers are playing the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. It would be rather incredible if Ben Simmons was making his debut this season in that game, given that this all started, like you said, when he passed up that dunk with 3.5 minutes to go in Game 7 against the Hawks, and Philadelphia ultimately went on to lose that game and the series. But for as juicy of a storyline as that would be, I don't think we're going to get it tomorrow, and we're still in sort of a holding pattern, waiting to see when or if Ben Simmons is going to be back on the court with his teammates.
Okay, interesting. So Joel Embiid, he has been hobbled since the opener, but did go for 30 and 18 last night. How is his knee feeling today?
I mean, look, Malika, this is kind of an annual thing with Joel Embiid, right? He tends to be questionable and a game-time decision for a lot of games, and that's been the case for each of the past 4 games Philadelphia has played. Ever since the opening quarter of the season in New Orleans, when he banged into Jonas Valanciunas' knee. Now, you see on this play here, when he drove to the rim and did that pump fake and dunk last night, he grimaced coming back down the court. And he's talked at times about how this is something he's going to have to play through. Now, obviously, with Ben Simmons already out, Philadelphia needs Joel Embiid playing at an MVP level like he was against the Pistons for them to win games. But as Joel himself said last night, if they're struggling to beat a team like the Pistons, they're going to have a lot of trouble beating teams like the Knicks, who obviously blew them out the other day, and a team like the Hawks, who they're trying to compete with in the playoff picture tomorrow at home. So this is something they're going to have to monitor going forward, and his health is obviously critical to their chances of trying to survive without Ben.
Absolutely. Early days, but they need to be playing the long game here. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. The Sixers host the Hawks tomorrow. So here are the Eastern standings through the first 10 days of the season. Some surprising teams. The top early on, the Knicks, the Hornets, the Bulls, the Wizards. Perk, you wanted to talk about the Wizards? Just all with one loss for all of them. And teams like the Sixers and Nets outside of the top 8. What makes you guys think of that? What do you think?
Look at the top 3, Knicks, Hornets, and Bulls. And I love that you can improve in the offseason, really work individually as a player, but collectively get good pieces. That surprises me, but in a good way. Tears of joy, right?
You know what I like about it is that all these teams, right, when you look at a team like the Wizards and you look at a team like the Cavaliers, nobody talked about them, including myself, right? And the Wizards, they have a team. They have a team, and they playing with passion. And a lot of them playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, and it can get a little bit dangerous when people are playing with a chip on their shoulder. And speaking of, coming up, the reigning rookie of